Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Look into my world. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock and the door shall be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you will be given love's peace of mind. I'll be waiting there with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
Hello everybody, Songfather here for the Songfather Show on the 25th day of July, 2019. Only 20 more weeks until Christmas. Wow, you don't think I can hear those curse words from some of you out there? It is what it is, you know what? This whole world just keeps on turning. Let's just be glad we had some time to spend together. I should have done that song today. What's wrong with me? Tina's taking a break. We're going to do, I think we're going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You know? I mean, he's jumping around like crazy over there. Maybe he's pissed. I don't know. But, so I hope everybody had a good day yesterday. Today the weather was superb. Although I had to listen to you-know-who use the word dry conditions. Well, that's two words. Use the phrase dry conditions in two broadcasts. So it comes on every 12 minutes. So that's 12 and then 24 minutes, right? Okay. So I didn't write down the minutes because I'm not smart. But he used the phrase dry conditions 24 times, 27 times, I'm sorry, in 24 minutes. Well, no, it's every 12 minutes, I'm sorry. And his broadcast is about 3, so 6 minutes. He used it 27 times in 6 minutes. Wow. Okay, so let me just say this. I had a great day yesterday. Spent a few hours with Ronnie Pagnata. My good friend from, he's from Georgia now, but, grew up here on the island of Long. And, we hung out, and we were basically inseparable. Me, him, and Joey Bedini, we were the three musketeers. And then I had dinner with a friend that I haven't seen in over 40 years, or just about 40 years, which makes me old, which I don't like, but he was another guy that we were inseparable. He was like the fourth musketeer. And when he moved out here from Red Hook, Brooklyn, I was like the first guy that he ever met. And we just became instant friends, and we did a lot of crazy stuff. And we were reminiscing about some of the things. We were testing each other's memory. But it was great. So the first song tonight will be for Joe, Brooklyn. Joe Pitti, but we call him Joe Brooklyn because that's where he's from. I gave him the nickname. I'm the nickname giver. Al Grimaldi, my good friend from second grade till this day, so imagine how long that is. None of your business. But he used to say it all the time. I know you like to give nicknames to everybody, and I just heard from him. We're going to be with Al next week. He has a golf tournament every year, and everybody from the old days shows up for this thing, and so we're all going to go down for lunch, and the best kind of outing is when you can have food and cocktails on the arm. Whoa! Thank you, Al. So that'll be fun. So let's get to some stories, and we get to the songs. The last song will be for Ronnie. I won't see what the songs were, but we'll see. So Mr. Epstein, the child trafficker, kitty porn monster, who has a lot of people that are going to go down, was found injured, alone in his cell, on the floor, in a fetal position, and there were marks around his neck. So they were saying it was a failed suicide attempt, but I don't know, they didn't find the noose or anything, and so now there's a couple of law enforcement people that are being spoken to about what might have happened or how it happened. And I smell Killery through this whole thing, because Bill, if you're following it, Bill has made 27 or 28 trips on the Wonderland plane, private jet of his, to this land of children and disgusting and whatever. But yeah, so it's that's going to be something. Well, what are you going to do? The eagle that I told you last week that was kidnapped, had a wing clip because somebody shot it, assholes, and it can't survive unless it's found, because it can't fly and just can basically walk around. So it's easy prey for any kind of an animal, even a dog. And it's the American eagle. It's the American bald eagle. It's a symbol of America, the United States, and everything else. So, they haven't heard any kind of ransom demands or anything. So, it doesn't sound good for Sammy the eagle here, but they call him Sammy because of Uncle Sam. Get it? Thank you. But the reward is now up to 20 grand. 20 grand. It's almost worth it to go grab another eagle. And no, I'm kidding. I won't even finish that. And the Yankees almost lost again. Bullpen was a little shaky, and then and what's his name? Hayes? Oh, I forget his name. Damn it! But he came in and shut the Twins down, and then they brought in Chapman, and first batter he faced launched the shot, and everybody held their breath, but it didn't make it out, and Judge caught it, and so make a long story short, the Yankees win. So yeah, we're doing good, and they start tonight. Series, the first, I think they still have 11 games to play with the Red Sox, but they start tonight against the Red Sox, who are like 12 or 13 behind, and so it's a nice, comfortable, lead on them. But if the Red Sox win, say, I think they're playing 4-game series, right? What's today? Thursday, Friday, say, yeah, 4 games. So if they sweep the 4, all right, so they still got 8 up on the Red Sox, right? Oh yeah, but Tampa Bay, if they win, you follow it? You follow my drift? So let's let them keep on doing what they're doing. Just keep on. But the thing that most teams do that end up going all the way and winning it all is, in baseball anyway, is that they stay calm and cool. Team gets ahead. They're smart enough now under the tutelage of their skipper to know that you're going to lose some games, and nobody's ever going to go undefeated. Nobody's ever going to, go 900 percentage for the season, so it's okay. But he's also got them believing now that they could also come back from any deficit, and they've proven that. So let's see what happens with the Red Sox. That should be very, very interesting. And all right, one feel-good story, and then we'll get to the first song. A woman out here on the island of Long fell into, and she was up there in age. She was close to 80 years old. I think she was 78. Fell into her cesspool in the back. She was down in that shit for over 2 hours, and her husband, I don't know, they interviewed him. He was a funny guy, but he's up there in age too, and got a little senility bouncing around. But he's one of them, like what was the name of that? Ricochet Rabbit and Deputy Drew Belong. They talk like this, everything talking nice and slow. And yet I didn't see my wife for a while, and I went out and found her in the hole. But oh my God! So he right away called 911, and they got the lady out, and she's okay, and she's got some bumps and bruises, and she's in the hospital, and they might keep it just for observation tonight. But they said she's going to be fine, so that's a nice feel-good story. So, wow. you know, cesspools. So this first song was first introduced to me by Joe Brooklyn. And, you know, because I was just starting to come back around to the standards and the oldies when we met. Because before that, I went through my rock and metal stage, and you know, not too far over the edge, but yeah, enough of them. And so, you know, I like Tony Bennett, love it. You know, grew up listening to him and everything else, and I got a lot of family that lived, and some still live in Astoria. So, you know, we had that tie in there because Tony's from Astoria, and so we always listened to Left My Heart in San Francisco. Did you ever hear the flip side of that? You know, hopefully everybody who's watching this show knows what a flip side is, you know. But back then, a 45 record had a song, and then a song on the other side, a B-side, flip side, whatever you want to call it. And so I said no. He goes, oh, get it, play it. And so we were in the car. We had an 8-track. And, you know, going ahead to the, he goes, right here, now listen to this. And I heard I Want to Be Around, and I fell in love with that song. I just like what it's saying. Oh, you did this to me? You did this to me? You know, not that I'm better than you, but what did I do to deserve this? I want to be around when karma comes. That's what this is. I call it the karma song. I want to be around when somebody does to you what you did to me. So Joe Brooklyn, my man, this is for you. Love this song. Yeah, there it goes. Sometimes it takes a while. I wanna be around to pick up the pieces when somebody breaks your heart, or somebody twice as smart as I. Or somebody who will swear to be true as you used to do with me, who'll leave you to learn that misery loves company. Wait and see. I mean, I wanna be around to see how he does it when he breaks your heart to bits. Yeah. Let's see how the puzzle fits so fine. That's when I'll discover that revenge is sweet, as I sit here applauding from a front row seat. When somebody breaks your heart like you broke mine, I'm gonna be clapping my ass off. There you go, Joe Brooklyn. You taught me that song. Every time I heard that song since then, I thought of you. And, you know, it's a funny story. So we're sitting having dinner at a nice place called Viaggio's on the island of Long in, what the hell's that town? Rockville Center. I can't believe I almost forgot it. I did forget it, but then I remembered it, so I didn't forget it. You understand? And called Viaggio's, really good food, unbelievable. That's some veal valdostano, which I love. And it wasn't too big. Most of the time, if you order veal valdostano, like the King Umberto's, best food in the world, right? Okay. It's big, though. You're always taking half of it home. This was just the right size. It was cooked to perfection, and we had rice balls, and the sauce, gravy, was phenomenal. It was better than my sauce, and I don't say that too often. So you get a chance, go to Viaggio's, nice place. I got a good friend of ours, Eddie Sessa, who sings there on Wednesday nights, and does the standards, and Frankie and Dino and Bobby Darin. Yeah. He's doing my act. This son of a no, I'm kidding. He's a good guy. So there you go, Joe. Hope you liked it, and hope you liked a couple of shows I sent you. He goes, I never knew you sang. I said, well, I did, but I was like starting to sing kind of after everybody went their separate ways in life for a while. So I hope you liked it. I got to send him a couple of CDs. So, all right, so let's get on here. Yankees won over a woman that's was quite literally full of crap. Excuse me. Origami. The state of Oregon is now saying they're putting a law into effect, or whatever it is, that students are allowed to take and not get penalized for it. You're sick. All right, so you get knocked down. They were sick, But if you're having some kind of a stressful day or some kind of a mental, breakdown, I don't want to say breakdown, I don't like that word, but some kind of a mental thing that's going on, and you just can't really make it to school today, that you can take the day off and not get penalized for, being absent without permission or whatever. So, the governor was saying, if you're sick, we don't want you coming to school sick and make yourself even sicker. And it's the same thing now. If you're having some problems and stress, mental problems or whatever it is, and, you just don't want to come to school today, don't make a habit of it, but we won't penalize you for it. Wow. You can see kids taking advantage of that. I don't know. I don't know if I would have got away with it. Mama, I can't go to school today. What's the matter? I don't know. I just got too much on my mind. How would you like a foot up your ass? All right. So anyway, that's what they're doing. So the mayor of Puerto Rico, governor of Puerto Rico, whatever he was, I think the mayor, has stepped down under pressure. They found some texts and chats that he was saying some nice things and about the people that he's supposed to be serving. And so little by little, the waves started getting bigger and bigger, and before you know it, they were camping out outside the Capitol where his office is, and he had to bow down to the pressure. It was like the scene from in The Godfather over in Cuba, when he outs Fredo, or actually Fredo outed himself, the knucklehead, Oh, Johnny Ola took me here. Now, old man Roth would never come here, but Johnny Ola knows everything. Bah, that was it. Bam, bam, ba, ba. And it was kind of like that, And there was a very poignant scene in The Godfather when Hyman Roth pulls Michael aside and he says to him, what's the matter with you, And you didn't bring the money. Are you backing out? He goes, no, I just want to be careful, and because he had told the story right before that. So he goes, on the way here, to the party for Hyman Roth. I think it was his 400th birthday, and he goes, I saw a bunch of rebels, out in the street and turning over a car, and they shot a cop and this and that, and da-da-da. And Hyman Roth says, and what does that tell you, Michael? And he says that they could win. And that's when he pulls him aside. Are you backing out? He says, no, I just want to be careful. Hey, he goes, the rebels have been trying to get rid of, take over for, forever, whatever it is. Don't worry about them. And sure enough, they did. And the guy, right after the New Year's Eve drop, and then he announces that, I'm leaving my position right now, and takes off before. And that's when Castro took over, according to the movie. But there's some truth to that, more than you would know or think. So that's what this is all about. Power of the people. You hear it all the time. You heard me say it the other day. You don't like who's in office. Did you vote? Oh, you didn't? Shut up. You know how you speak? You speak by voting again. Now, almost every seat up there in Washington is up next year. Almost every seat. Go and vote for the people. Listen. Do some due diligence. do some investigating. You know, see where they're from, see what they're about. It's all public record. See who voted for, you know, funding to help us out, Americans. See who didn't vote. See who voted for, you know, sending money overseas. You know, just whatever it is that you're interested in or something that you believe in, go and see who is the one to vote for. Not, oh, well, we're a Republican city, so I got to vote Republican. No, you don't. You know, or you know, my family's all Democrats ever since I can remember. I have to vote Democrat. No, you don't. You know, Democrat. Hey, I like that name. Hey, a bunch of Democrats. Oh wow! But you know what I'm saying. Do it. Check into it. See who you like. See who's going to be the right one, not just for you, but for the country, for your city, for your town, for your state, whatever it's going to be, and then vote accordingly and watch the difference. Break up that old gang up there. Do it now. Half of them are millionaires anyway. So, okay. And better always save that one for later. Save that for later. No, save that for later. Anyways, you're going to make it a feel-good story. All right, so let's get to a song. And this is a song by Mr. Ray Charles. And we've all been here. Some of us more than we care to remember. Anyway, I'm sorry. I was watching The Mask last night. You know, I got that Fire Stick I kept telling you about. And, you know, some things you got to pay for and everything else. But a lot of it is free, you know, especially if you're a Prime member, which is nothing. You know, if you do some shopping on Amazon, it's worth it. And the Fire Stick is cheap, you know. You just plug into the back of the TV and boom, there you go. And so I've been watching Wise Guy, and I totally forgot what a wonderful, great acted show, well written, and, you know, keep you on the seat of your pants. How great it was, you know. So we're done with the Sonny Steelgrave part, which was the opening season. Now we're with Roger Lococo, you know. And then towards the end, it started getting a little stupid because, you know, you can't keep showing this guy who's bouncing all over the place as the greatest undercover, you know, law enforcement officer in the world. So, you know, it didn't last as long as it could have, but it's still great. And then I'm flicking around last night, and, well, wow, The Mask. I haven't seen that in a long time. And I got to figure out a way somehow if I could, like, you know, get a graphic or a picture, and as I'm talking about something, push a button, and it'll come up on the screen. Because one year, my son and I, we, you know, every Halloween I went with him. We dressed up together, and, you know, got all the nieces and nephews together, and it was just always a lot of fun. And of course, I dressed up. And one year we both went as the Mask. He went as little mask, and I went as the big mask. You know, bright yellow shirt with the tie and everything. And because both of us, we watched that movie 100 times. It's just so ridiculously funny. And so that's why I'm kind of doing the little, you know, somebody stop me. But anyway, so here is Ray Charles, Crying Time Again. We've all been here. Some of us, like I said, way too many times. But he's looking at her. You know, when he goes to hug her, you get that little tenseness, or even like pulling away a little bit, and he's like, uh-oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, it's crime time again. You're gonna leave me. I can see the faraway look in your eyes. I can tell by the way you hold me, darling, ooh, that it won't be long before it's crying time. Now they say that absence makes the heart grow fonder, and that tears are only rain to make love grow. Well, my love for you could never grow stronger if I lived to be 100 years old. Oh, it's crying time again. You're gonna leave me. I can see the faraway look in your eyes. I can tell by the way you hold me, darling, yeah, now, that it won't be long before it's crying time, yeah. That's right. Now you say you found someone you love better. That's the way it happened many times before. And as sure as the sun comes up tomorrow, crying time will start when you go out the door. Oh, it's crying time again, you're gonna leave me. I can see the faraway look in your eyes. I can tell by the way you hold me, darling, that it won't be long before it's crying time. All right now. That it won't be long before it's crying time. Even when you know it's coming, you're still gonna cry. You son of a... And you gotta say, who's the fault? Who's the fault? Her? Or him for taking her back every time? He's going with his heart. Oh, she's going with her heart. She made a mistake. She's coming back to you because she made a mistake. Her heart belongs with you. Okay. But then, there it is. Crying time again. You're gonna leave me. Love that song. Love it. I really do. I absolutely do. Stop asking me. Okay, so let's get this feel-good story here. There's a 14-year-old boy, young man, by the name of Logan Riemann, and he's blind, and he's being called a prodigy by now on the piano, but took up the piano years ago and just kept at it, and loves Billy Joel. He's his idol, so every song just about that he learned, and he teaches himself most of it. He plays Billy Joel songs. And somehow, I missed that part of the story, but somehow it got to Billy Joel. And so we went to see him, and they played a couple of tunes together, and then he brought him to Madison Square Garden, brought him out on the stage and had him play a song alone and then together. Ah, come on, how cool is that? That is so sweet. Kid's got enough problems, and he has some kind of development problem with the front of his face, too. But, he's blind, so his life is not going to be like ours was. And he found an avenue to express himself and enjoy part of his life with the piano. And his idol finds out about it, goes to see him, and then brings him to Madison Square Garden. Feel good story? I believe so. Kudos to you, Mr. Billy Joel. I say this is a feel-good story. President Trump is trying, and he's not going to give up, as we know he doesn't. And he wants to go and forgive student loans to all veterans. Wow, yes. Is this a ploy? Is this an election coming up ploy? I really don't give a damn. If he can get that done and give these veterans a little boost, it's hard enough when they're coming home. They can't find work. They can't do this. They missed out on school. They're out there, coming back with limbs missing and everything else. And now, you know what? Go to college. Do what you want to do. Find a career you want to do. And we'll give you the student loan, but it's on the arm when it's all done. Don't worry about it. Ah, yes. Ready to go. Like it. And, all right, let's do this one. Because, look at this. It's 4 minutes and 44 seconds long. And if you've been following me, you know. You know what 444 means. My mama is 444. I'm not going to tell the story. And look, the time is 4:13. That's her birthday. Oh, my God. What's happening? I'm on this new kick, man. Diet root beer. Remember the old Lifesavers? I loved the root beer one. I don't know why. I would put like 10 of them in my mouth. It was like drinking a root beer. My mother used to say, why don't you just have a root beer? You just don't understand, Ma. That means I really can't explain it, so back off. So Michael Feigenbaum wanted to hear something by Mr. Louis Prima, and he's got so many songs that only he can do, because nobody knew what he was doing until he got up there and did it with his boop the boop and shoop the boop and his own Italian language and everything. It's just very cool, you know. And go on YouTube if you want. Look at some of the things that he's done, especially when he sings with Ruby Keeler, who ended up being his wife, and they just blend so well together, and their harmony is it's absolutely perfect. They were like the original Steve and Edie, you know. But all right, so we'll do this one by Mr. Louis Prima. I am just a gigolo everywhere I go. I'm just a gigolo everywhere I go. People know the part I'm playing. Pay for every dance, selling each romance. What they're saying. There will come a day when the youth will pass away. What do they say about me? When the end comes, I know I was just a gigolo. Life goes on without me. I'm just a gigolo, and everywhere I go, people know the part I'm playing. Paid for every dance, selling each romance. Oh, what they're saying. There will come a day when youth will pass away. Beetle-boop. What do they say about me? When the end comes, I know there was just a gigolo. Life goes on without me, 'cause I ain't got nobody. Nobody cares for me. Nobody cares about me. I'm so sad and lonely. Sad and lonely, sad and lonely. One sweet some mama, come and take a chance with me, 'cause I ain't so bad. Hey, better love me now. Ha! I'm sad all of the time, even on the beat. Bozy, bozy, bop, diddy bop. I ain't got nobody. Nobody cares for me. Nobody. Hey! I'm feeling so sad and lonely all of the time. I ain't got nobody. Ooh, sad and lonely. I need some love. I need a girl. Ain't got nobody. Oh. All of the time I'm lonely, 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 lonely. I need some loving now, right now. Nobody. Humala bibela zubela babala, humala bibela zubela baba. Ain't got nobody. Nobody cares for me. Nobody. I'm so sad. I'm so sad and lonely. Nobody cares. Want some sweet mama take a chance on me? Come on, I ain't so bad. Oh, I'm so lonely all of the time. Even on the beat, Johnny on the beat. I Need a tall, dark-looking mama. Come on, baby. Come and love me now. Come on. And then I just got nobody.
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 No one.
Ain't no one.
No one.
No one.
Do-do-do.
Loser.
Darling, darling.
Darling.
Getting serious. Gotta go to the wall over there.
Over.
Nobody.
Nobody.
No, not one. Nobody. 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 Nobody cares about me. Ain't that the truth, man? That's not good. That poor guy. Poor guy. Nobody cares about me, Mr. Louis Prima. Hey, Prima. I think that was the name of a boxer in the movie with Humphrey Bogart. Prima. I think so. I might be right. You might be right. I may be crazy, but it just may be a lunatic you're looking for. Turn out the light. Don't try to change me. Uh-oh, Daddy. The root beer is doing something. Okay, let's get to this next feel-good story. I love it. Down in Florida somewhere on the West Coast, because of Hurricane Obama, what was it called? Barry? Because of Hurricane Barry, there were large swells of water and little damage, thank God, but it did enough. But the swells of the water was big enough and strong enough to carry, hold on, make sure I get it right, 7 manatees from where they were, swimming and where they live and everything else, and they carried them up over the land and then into this little kind of pond area that it certainly wasn't big enough to hold them, and manatees go anywhere from 300 to 600 pounds each, and so as things are getting back to normal, that little pond thing is getting smaller and smaller as the water disperses, especially with them in it. And 200 people got together, and I don't know how they did it, but they found the strength and the determination, one by one, to get these manatees, lift them up, get them over that big hump of land that they couldn't get over, and get them back into the water. Every one of them was saved and is out and swimming right now. Wow, that's another feel-good story. So don't tell me I'm too depressing. Okay, you can't just tell all good stuff. What am I, Mary Poppins? Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The hell is in that root beer? I know, Tino, right? Yeah. He says, what's wrong with you? What are you, Shanghai? Yeah, I am a little bit. So, okay, Trump, we went over that. We went over. I don't know if you saw the, let's see, we got some time here. What should we do? We just did that with 2 songs. All right, do another song. Heard the song on the radio and haven't heard it in a long time. So, with everything that's been happening lately with the, going over the old times with Ronnie and then seeing Joe Brooklyn and then all of a sudden, as we're talking, I Want to Be Around as an example. So we're talking about that song. And Eddie Sessa, all of a sudden, he doesn't know. He's up on the stage singing. He starts singing, I Want to Be Around. I'm like, then when Ronnie, when we were hanging around in the afternoon, we were talking about songs that friends of ours, when they broke up, they would keep going to the jukebox and keep playing that song. I got to get right back to where it started from. Remember that song? Okay. So we're talking about that. Bing, comes on the radio. Like, what? What is going on here? It's crazy. It's pretty good stuff here. So anyway, so I heard this song. Used to be one of my feel-good favorite songs back in the day, as they say, by the Blackbirds. And blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You're only waiting for this moment to arrive. That's not it. It's by the Blackbirds, and it's called Walking in Rhythm, and I love it. Sing along. Everybody, glide across that kitchen floor. Here we go. Walking in rhythm, I'm moving in sound, humming to the music, trying to move on. I'm walking in rhythm, singing my song, thinking about my baby, trying to get home. Walking in rhythm, moving in sound, humming to the music, yeah, trying to move on. I'm walking in rhythm, singing my song, thinking about my baby, trying to get home. It's been so long since I've seen her. I'm tired and so all alone. I traveled so very far, got to get back home. It's been so long since I kissed her and held her tight in my arms. Traveled so very far, I've got to get back home. Got to get back home. Ho! Rhythm. Remember this song? Oh yeah. It's been so long since I've seen her. I'm tired and so all alone. I've traveled so very far, I've got to get back home. It's been so long since I kissed her and held her tight in my arms. I've traveled so very far, I've got to get back home. Got to get back home. Walking in rhythm, I'm moving in sound, humming to the music, moving again. I'm walking in rhythm, singing my song, thinking about my baby, trying to get home. I'm walking in rhythm, singing my song, thinking about my baby, trying to get home. Walking in rhythm, singing my song, thinking about my baby, I got to get home. Ah, yes. Hey, don't you ever do that to me again. So, yeah, walking in rhythm, man, singing my song, thinking about my baby. Yeah, I got to get home. Make sure nobody's there. So, okay, that was a very good. All right, so you heard about the it turns out it's a feel good story. So give me half credit on that. In the Atlanta, I think it was Atlanta. Yes, Atlanta airport. A 3-year-old toddler somehow gets away from the family. Don't know how that happens. It always amazes me. But and gets on this the conveyor belt. You know where the luggage comes. Yeah. And not the part that you're all at that just goes around in a circle. This is the part after it goes all through and it feeds back into behind the wall. And the kid disappears on the thing. Nobody even knows it from the family he's even in there until they start screaming, "Where's the kid?" Whatever, and they look him. So they're looking on the camera system, and you see him going, and he's about to be going down the ramp with the suitcases that are going to the plane, and it was like a scene from a movie. It was like Sweepy and the old Popeye cartoons, and this kid just kept on crawling. Just over one suitcase, boom, over one suitcase, boom. As they're going down, he's crawling up, and then he just couldn't do it, and it went down, and then came around, and they stopped the machine, and as they saw him, and they grabbed him. And he's okay, and he's going to be okay, but he suffered a broken hand, a lot of bumps and bruises and everything else. But, not that I want it. Every time a parent makes a mistake, I want them to go to jail. But who lets go of a 3-year-old child? Is you in that much of a hurry to grab a suitcase that you let go of your kid for a second? Okay, obviously this kid isn't the first time that, he's been a little rambunctious. Obviously he likes to, he's an excitable kid. But for those of you that know what I'm talking about with Sweepy on the Popeye cartoon, you watch it, go online, it's all over the internet, but it's also all over the news, and he was just like that. And if you remember, Sweepy was in trouble, and, machines were trying to kill him and slice him and bang him, and he just kept on crawling. He didn't care what it was. And that's what this kid was doing. I mean, what a brave, strong kid. I mean, he was smart. He knew what he should do. He knew he didn't want to go down that ramp, so he just kept on climbing on top, and then one of them was too long, and but thank God he turned out okay. So, feel good story, half credit. And then I saved this for last because I did. The Dallas County, down in Dallas, Texas, the Dallas County Commissioner refuses to allow. They want to have a day where they want to honor, Texas for a while. They went through quite a few ambushes. Being called to a scene that was fake and then getting, whacked out and shot. And so they wanted to have a day to honor them. They gave their life protecting and serving the community and everything else. And this schmuck steps in and says, no, they brought it on themselves. Their life is no more important than anybody else's that has died. Okay, nobody's saying he's right for that, but nobody's saying their life is more important. They're saying we want to honor these officers, men and women, that gave their lives to these people that attacked them, assassinated them, ambushed them. It was a planned assassination. They didn't deserve to go like that. He's fighting them on it. So they said if he doesn't, then they're going to go. They're going to go to the White House. They're going to ask Trump to do something or get involved or whatever they got to do. But what kind of a moron are you? An elected official yet, too, so you can bet that's the end of him. But what a freaking jerk moron. And I'll say it again. In every business, in every facet of life, there's 95% of people that do a good job and bust their ass and everything else. And then maybe there's 5% that are idiots and jerks. Same thing can be in the police department. Even 5% is too big, But they're out there every day doing it, putting their lives on the line, serving the community where they come from, to a mostly ungrateful, public out there. As you can see, it's been getting worse and worse. They're still out there doing it. You don't want to give them the credit. I'm going to tell everybody right now who's listening and whoever shares this and wherever it goes, I support, I believe in the law enforcement agencies, all of them from top to bottom. There are jerks out there. There are bullies out there, without a doubt. But that's in any business. But they're out there. Most of them are doing the right thing, if not damn close to all of them. So stop. It's enough. It's enough, I said. All right, so this last song is from Mr. Ronald Pagnotta, who is a Drifters maniac. Loves the Drifters. So I figured if I'm going to start the show off with Joe Brooklyn's song, I'll end the song with a song by Ronnie. And this is called I Count the Tears. And I love this song because it's kind of like I Want to Be Around. This guy, so he's singing. I spent counting all the days since you've been away and how I've cried. And it seems like it's been 1,000 years since you've been here. And at night, I just sit and I count my tears. Now you're telling me you got somebody else? Okay, good. He's happy now? Get ready. He's going to be doing the same thing. You cannot not love this song. Oh! I have counted every day since you've been away. It seemed like 1,000 years. And na 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 late at night, na 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 late at night, I sit and count the tears. I have counted all your lies, all your alibis. I'm a guy believes just what he hears. And then na 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 late at night, na 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 late at night, I sit and count the tears. She's gone and found somebody new. He may be happy now, but soon he'll be counting every day since she's been away. It'll seem like 1,000 years. And then na 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 late at night, na 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 late at night, he'll sit and count the tears. He'll sit and count the tears. Oh, he'll sit and count his tears. Yeah, he'll sit and count his tears. We'll be crying like a baby. Not that I wish any bad on him, but you stole my girl. Now she's going to do it to you, and then I'm going to be happy. At least for a little while. But, hold on, I'm doing something. There you go. Okay, so that's the show for this evening. Yankees and Boston coming up tonight. Epstein, we told you. Watch what's going to happen with that. Trust me on this one. Sammy the Eagle, the Yankees, we went over. The woman that fell in the cesspool, Oregon, we went up. The blind boy that's playing with Billy Joel, great story. Puerto Rican mayor, he's out. Forgive the student loans, timed up, but we're done. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, everybody. You know I love you. Keep on doing it. Keep on sharing, telling everybody. If you're members of groups, on Facebook especially, share it. Just share it. Put it on there, and people watch it. They great. If not great, but it's all right. But I just want to just keep getting it out there, and don't forget all these shows are on Facebook, on YouTube. I'm 2 days behind. Oh shit! And I'll be 3 counting today. I'll get them all up there, so you can go and watch them, and you can sit and watch like it's just 2 months now almost of Songfather's show. So 2 months at 20, that's 40 shows, right? 40 shows. That's 40. You can have 40 hours. You could sit for a week, 40 hours, right? And just watch me. Wow. You are lucky people, let me tell you. Anyway, have a good night. I love yous all. Bam. Ciao. Tino says hello. We'll see you tomorrow night. And go Yankees. Wow. He's quiet. Oh, because it's getting dark again. Oh, that's right, because the guy on that weather person guy said there'll be no rain today. So that's probably why it's dark as shit and it's going to rain now. Anyway, love you. Ciao. Daddy-o. Did you like the show, Daddy?